Hello friends, in our previous lecture we have completed case 5 and case 6. Let's first remind about case 3, 4, 5 so that you can understand the 6th case. Today we are going to take the 6th case, but for that I will repeat the terms for 3rd, 4th and 5th. In 3rd case, a partner's sacrifice shares are given. So what you have to do, just you have to start with the new share is equals to old share minus sacrifice, make the denominators equal and find out the new ratio. And the shares from the sacrifice shares, you will find the sacrifice ratio. Now 6th case is dependent on 3rd case itself. Before that, we are again looking the 4th case when sacrifice ratio is given. In third case, sacrifice shares were given. In 4th case, instead of sacrifice shares, sacrificing ratio was given. So for that, how we have started the sum? First, old ratio, share of new partner and sharing and sacrifice ratio is given. So first we should obtain sacrifice shares from it. And the formula for sacrifice share is share of new partner multiply share in sacrificing ratio. And I have made the things clear that what is sacrifice share and what is share in sacrificing ratio. Sacrifice shares are the shares which are directly surrendered from the share of partners and they are having big denominators. Whereas the share in sacrificing ratio is just a part of sacrifice ratio. If the and it are having small denominators 1 by 10, 1 by 10. If the total of 1 plus 1 is 2, but it is not in denominators, so they are big denominators, they are sacrifice shares, and sacrifice ratio are 1 plus 1 and divide will be always divide by 2. So they are in share in sacrificing ratio. So you have to remember in such a way that the sacrifice shares will have big denominators and share in sacrificing ratio will have comparatively small denominators. Now again friends, one more thing, we have to start the sum with sacrifice share. Sacrifice share is equals to share of new partner multiply share in sacrificing ratio. Then next step is about new share. New share is equals to old share minus sacrifice, make denominators equal, find out the new ratio, and sacrifice ratio is already given, you don't need it. This was about case 4. Now we had completed case 5 also, where fraction of sacrifice, part of sacrifice is given. So how to start the sum? We have to again start the sum with sacrifice share. And now the formula of sacrifice share is old share multiply fraction of sacrifice. Because in case for sacrifice ratio is given, here fraction of sacrifice from a personal share of partner is given. So for that we have to find for sacrifice share, the formula is old ratio multiply fraction of sacrifice, that is identified through office share. Then as share of new partner is not given, so share of new partner is sacrifice of A plus sacrifice of B, sum of both them. After that, new share is equals to old share minus sacrifice, make denominators equal, find out new ratio, finally from sacrifice share obtain sacrifice ratio also. So this was about case 5. Now as I said, case 6 is totally like case 3, only one change. In case 3, old ratio, sacrifice share and share of new partner is given, and in case 6, old ratio and that is sacrifice shares are given, share of new partner is not given, only that is the difference. So when the share of new partner is not given, you just add both sacrifice of A plus sacrifice of B. And one more thing is to identify, of his share is given, then it is fraction of sacrifice. From his share is given, then it is identification of 6th or 3rd case. If it is 6th or 3rd case, directly they are giving from his share. If from his share is given, then it is case 6 or 5. Directly we need to subtract. So the steps will be, first we will calculate share of new partner, that is sum of sacrifice of both partners. Then we will find new share is equals to old share minus sacrifice, make denominators equal, find out new share ratio. After that, from sacrifice share, find out sacrifice ratio. So this is again like case 3 only. There is only slight change. So now we are writing about that case. I have totally explained this case. So it is case 6. When old partners sacrifices some share out of their share in favor of new partner. So what is that in? When all partners sacrifice some of their share, means some of their share means from their share, is the identification. We will write about it. What will be given in the sum? Old ratio and sacrifice share. Identify as from his share. See, if we need to identify the fifth case, then of his share. If we need to identify sixth or third case, then what will be from his share of all partners will be given. Next step, as share of new partner is not given, comma, share of new partner is equals to sum of sacrifice of all partners. In bracket I will write sacrifice of A plus sacrifice of B. Next step, new share is equals to old share minus sacrifice share, or only we can write sacrifice. Make denominators equal. And find out new ratio. From sacrifice share, find out sacrifice ratio. And you have to write similar case as case 3. This case is similar as case 3. So friends, again I would like to repeat, and you can compare this step with case 3. Only this is the extra step. There also old ratio, sacrifice share and share of new partner is given. Here only share of new partner is not given. So first we will find the share of new partner by sacrifice of A and sacrifice of B. Then we will find new share, make denominators equal, and from sacrifice share find out sacrifice ratio. Now we are solving the sum for case 6, that is fifth sum. Question number 5. So question number 3 in that fifth sum. There is only one sum of case 6 and mixed sum of 5 and 6 in sum number 12. Okay. A, B and C are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 5:3:2. So old ratio is given. Admitted B as a new partner, but their share is not given. A sacrifices 1/20th, underline from his share. If of his share is given, then case 5. From his share is given, then case 6 or case 3. B sacrifices 3/30 from his share. Only the difference between case 3 and 6 is share of new partner will not be given. Now see, you can see A and B are only sacrificing. Partner C is not sacrificing anything. Okay, no problem. A is to B is to C. Old ratio 5:3:2. Old share 5/10, 3/10, 2/10. New partner D is admitted, and then A is to B. Sacrifice share 1/20, 3/40. Partner C does not sacrifice for B. Your partner C is such a partner who is not sacrificing for partner B. No problem. So our first step is share of new partner B is equals to sacrifice of A plus sacrifice of B. As you know that C is not sacrificing, so C is not added here. 1 by 20 plus 3 by 40. 42s are 800. Let it be 800. Don't cut or don't multiply directly. Okay. My method will be simple. First make multiplication, then make cross multiplication. 41s are 40, 23s are 60. 100 by 800. Or if you want, you can make 1 by 8, but I think it's okay. If you want, you can make 1 by 8, but I think it's okay. Yes. After that, new share. New share is equals to old share minus sacrifice. New share of A. A's old share is 5 by 10. A's sacrifice is 1 by 20. See, the terms will be big only. 100 into 20, 200. 25s are 100. 10 ones are 10. 90 by 200. Let it be, then we will make the denominators equal as per the information. Here also it was possible, but we are not cutting, we are just seeing what is happening. New share of B. B's old share is 3 by 10. B's sacrifice is 3 by 40. 40 tens are 400. 43s are 120. 10 3s are 30. 90 by 400. See, numerators, if they are same or not same, it's not problem, but denominators must be same. Afterwards we will look what is happening. Okay. New share of C, 2 by 10 minus his sacrifice is 0, so it will be 2 by 10. And new share of D. Now new share of D for 100 by 80. Now see friends, all the denominators are different. All the denominators are different. If you have done 1 by 8 here, then we have the base as 400, but here the biggest denominator is 800, so we will make all the denominators as 800. Here we will multiply by 4. Why by 4? Because 204 is 800. So 94s are 360 by 800. Then afterwards we will make it by 2. So 180 by 800 and here by 80. So 160 by 80. Now you can see all the denominators are equal. Okay. Now A is to B is to C is to D. New ratio 360 is to 180 is to 160 is to 100. Now with what value shall we cut? First I think we should ignore the zeros. Okay. So new ratio by ignoring the zeros. 36, 18, 16, 10. Now we should divide it by 2. Here we have ignored 0, so ignore 0, and here we will cut by 2. So if we will cut by 2, now the following new ratio will be 18 is to 9 is to 8 is to 5. Okay. Here we have ignored the 0. Here we have cut by 2. So 18, 9, 16, 8 is half, 10 half is 5. So the new ratio is 18 is to 9 is to 8 is to 5. Still A is to B. Sacrifice share 1 by 20, 3 by 40. Now in this case you have to make the denominators equal by multiplying to 3 by 40. Let it be. So 2 by 40, 3 by 40. So between A is to B, sacrifice ratio is 2 is to 3. See, it's up to you. If you are making the denominator small or making the denominators big, it's as per you. But your calculation must be correct. Now you are in 12th standard, you know how to make the denominators big. by multiplying or by doing any other way, but the easiest way I will tell you. Okay, here by multiplying 2 it was very much possible. Okay, so this is the sum 5 for case 6. Now we will have one more 12th sum, which is the mixture of both. Why? Because see, when sacrifice shares are given, they are from his share. When fraction of sacrifice given, it is of his share. So if both are together, then very best way we can calculate it. And in big sums, same things are asked. Okay, in actual adjustments for big sums, such things are only asked. So this 12th sum will be very good for us. So mark it as important. 12th sum. So sum number 12, which is the mixture of both. Okay. X and Y are partners sharing profit and loss in ratio of 2:1. Admitted Z as a new partner. Now underline, X sacrifices 1/15th of from his share. Underline 1/15th from his share. Underline. Y sacrifices 1/5 of his share. Underline of his share. Now from his share is directly sacrifice share. Of his share is fraction of sacrifice in favor of Z. So this thing is very important. A is to B. Old ratio 2:1. Old share 2/3, 1/3. Z is admitted as new partner. Now X sacrifices 1/15th from his share, so it is sacrifice share only. Case 6. Y sacrifices 1/5 of his share. See, this is from his share, this is of his share. So this is fraction of sacrifice, and it is as per case 5. So these things are mixed. Okay, in case 5 and case 6, new partner share is always not given. That we will find by adding the sacrifices. But first of all, in case 6, sacrifice shares are ready, and in case 5, sacrifice shares is not ready. We have to make them ready. Sacrifice share of X is given, but sacrifice share for Y is not given. So sacrifice share of Y is equals to old share of Y multiply fraction of sacrifice of Y. Why I am writing Y's name? Because for only Y we need it. Old share of Y is, sorry, they are not A, B. This is my mistake, X1. Old share of Y is 1/3. Fraction of sacrifice for Y is 1/5. So his sacrifice share is 1/50. Now we have sacrifice share for Y, we have sacrifice share for X. So we can find share of new partner Z is equals to sacrifice of X plus sacrifice of Y. Sacrifice of X is given 1/15, and sacrifice of Y we found just now 1/15. So 1 plus 1/15 is 2/50. See friends, in case 6 directly shares are given, so we don't need this formula. But in case 5, sacrifice share is not given, so we have to put the formula. So first we have put the formula for sacrifice share, and we have found the sacrifice share of Y. For X it is given. After that in both the case, share of new partner is not been given, so we have found it. Now in both the case, new share are to be found. Now every step is same for both the case. So new share is equals to old share minus sacrifice. New share of x, old share of x is 2 by 3. Sacrifice of x is 1 by 15. 15 3s are 45, 15 2s are 30, 3 1s are 3. 27 upon 45. New share of y, old share of y is 1 by 3, sacrifice of y is 1 by 15, 15 3s are 45, 15 1s are 15, 3 1s are 3, 12 by 45. New share of z, 2 by 15. Now both denominators are 45, so with 3 we will multiply for numerator denominator, so we will get the values as 45, so 6 by 45. Now x is to y is to z. New ratio 27 is to 12 is to 6. Now we can cut this only by 3. Cut by 3. So the new ratio would be 9 4 2. 9 4 2. Then between x and y, sacrifice share. For x directly they are given 1 by 15. For y don't write 1 by 5 because it is only fraction of sacrifice. For x it is given ready, for y it was not ready, so we found it is 1 by 15. Don't make mistake, otherwise it will be totally wrong. So sacrifice ratio between them is 1 is to 1. So friends, this was the mixed sum. How mixed sum, in what way? For x it is given from his share, from y it is given of his share. See, very minor difference. Only the difference is of from and of. If you are not reading the question properly, then nothing is possible at that time. So please understand my words. If you are not watching this from and off, everything will be in vain. This is case 6 because sacrifice share is ready, from his share is sacrifice share. And if of his share is given, it is fraction of sacrifice. So for that first we need sacrifice share is equals to old share multiply fraction of sacrifice. After that, in both the case, share of new partner is not given, so we have added both. After that, new share is equals to old share minus sacrifice, made the denominators equal and find out the new share. From sacrifice share we found sacrifice ratio. Now we are moving towards the 7th case. Okay, let's move towards the 7th case. Case 7. What this case is telling? Let's write. When one partner from old partner retains his old share after admission of new partner. Suppose in the business there are 2 partners and third one is coming, but the condition is that A and B are partners. Third partner is coming, but A is telling that I will not change my profit loss ratio, I will retain it, means I will not change, means neither I will sacrifice, neither I will gain. Or if there are 3 partners continue, A, B, C, and D is admitted as new partner, then A will tell that I will not change my ratio, so only B and C has to change whether gain or whether sacrifice for D. So at that time how to calculate? So now this will be like case 1 and 2. Again we have to start with assume total profit 1, because here sacrifice shares ratio will not be given. So when in the sum this sacrifice share, see in case 3 sacrifice shares are given, case 4 sacrifice ratio is given, case 5 fraction of sacrifice is given, again in case 6 sacrifice share is given, but again in case 7 no such things are given. So when this sacrifice share or ratio or fraction of sacrifice is not given, we have to start with total profit 1. Okay, first we will write what things will be given in the sum. In the sum, old share, share of new partner, and one of the old partner retaining his old share, retaining his old share will be given. So in the question, old ratio, share of new partner, see only if this two information is given then it is case 1. Along with the new ratio of relative partners is given then it is case 2. So this calculation will be like case 1 and 2 because here sacrifice shares and ratio are met. Also the partner who is retaining his share will be also given at that time. So how to start the sum? Assume total profit 1 rupees. Then find, as you know, as per case 1 and 2, remaining profit is equals to, what was the formula? Total profit minus share of new partner was the formula in case 1 and 2. Here including to that one more partner is retaining his share, so minus share of old partner who retains. Friends, again I have to repeat one thing. Why in the sum we are assuming total profit 1 and why we are finding the remaining profit? As sacrifice shares and ratio are not given, we cannot decide what profit is to be given to all partners. So at that time, if the profit of the business is 1 rupees, from this 1 rupees we have to give the share to new partner according to case 1 and 2, also to the share of old partner who is retaining as per this case. So in the sum sacrifice shares and ratio are not available, so this calculation is to be done for that. Now after that, in case 1 and in case 2 we were finding the new share. Here also the same thing. New share is equals to remaining profit multiply relative old share excluding retaining partner. See, in case 1, new share is equals to remaining profit multiply old share. In case 2, new share is equals to remaining profit multiply relative new share because new ratio of old partners is given. And in case 7, one partner is retaining, so we are writing here relative old share. Now friends, as I said you before also, relative means excluding 1. Means there are 3 old partners. Excluding 1, there will be 2 old partners. If there are 2 old partners and excluding 1, there will be only 1 partner. So remaining profit multiply relative old share, not new share, because here old share is given and 1 partner is to be excluded because he is retaining his share. After that, make denominators equal and find out new ratio. Now in case 1, if sacrifice share and sacrifice ratio is not given, then old is equals to sacrifice, but here we have to write relative old ratio because 1 partner is excluded. Relative old ratio is equals to sacrifice ratio. Why we are using the word relative? This case is same like case 1 only. In case 1, old share and share of new partner is given. In case 7, old share and share of new partner including the share of old partner who is retaining is given. So the same steps, total profit 1, then remaining profit, total profit minus new partner share and minus old partner who is returning, because excluding that partner we have to do. Then new share is equals to remaining profit into old share, not but relative old share, excluding that partner. Make denominators equal, find out new ratio. Old ratio is equals to sacrifice ratio, but old ratio is relative old ratio excluding that partner. Otherwise this is totally same as case 1, nothing is the change. Okay, now let's do the sum. We are at 13th sum for it. 13th. X, Y and Z are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 2:3:1. Admitted W as the new partner with 1/6 share. Z will retain his old share in future also. So old ratio is given, share of new partner is given, W, and the Z who will retain his share is also given. Okay, let's find. X is to Y is to Z. Old ratio 2:3:1. Old share 2/6, 3/6, 1/6. Z will retain his old share. W will be admitted as new partner for 1/6 share. Okay, this much information is given. Now where to start? Assume total profit 1 rupees, then remaining profit is equals to 1 minus share of new partner Z minus share of new partner, here W will come, and share of old partner Z who retains. 1 minus share of W is 1/6, share of Z is also 1/6. Now how to solve the sums when there are 3 terms? These two are equal, make all the denominators equal. Now here 1 is there, so with what we will multiply? So it will be equal, we will multiply with 6, so 1 into 6, 1 into 6, minus 1/6, minus 1/6. So 6/6 minus 1/6 minus 1/6. 6 minus 1 minus 1/6, so it will be 4/6, and we can tell it as 2/3. Okay, in this way you have to do. After that, new share is equals to remaining profit multiply relative old share. Now see, old ratio between X, Y, Z, you have to calculate this thing, 2:3:1. Now this Z is retaining, so we are cancelling his name. Z is retaining, so we are cancelling his name. So now what to do? Relative old ratio between X and Y will be 2:3, and relative old share will be 2/5 and 3/5, not 2/6 and 3/6. Reason I will explain. Relative means excluding one. Old ratio is 2:3:1 between X, Y, Z. Now Z is cancelled, so relative old ratio between X and Y is 2:3, and relative old share will be 2/5 and 3/5, not 3/6 and 2/6. Okay. So now new share of x, remaining profit remaining profit is 2 by 3, relative old share is 2 by 5, not 2 by 6. Okay, so it will be 4 by 15. Then new share of y remaining profit is 2 by 3, relative old share of y is 3 by 5, so it will be 6 by 15. Then new share of z, and in bracket you should write retains old share, so it will be 1 by 6 only. Then new share of w, 1 by 6. Now it's a problem because two denominators are 15 and two denominators are 6. We cannot make 6 as 15. If you are doing like this, 15 divided by 6, you have to multiply with 2.5. Now we cannot do that 2.5 as the denominators. So when it is not possible to make the denominators same, you have to do the opposite. With 15 you multiply 6 and with 6 you multiply 15. Here you will do by 6. So it will be 24 by 90, 36 by 90, and here it is 6, so you will do with 15. So it will be 15 by 90, 15 by 90. So this thing you have to learn. When it was not possible to make 15 as 6 or 6 as 15, you do the opposite thing. With 15 you do 6 and with 6 you do 15. So now x is to y is to z is to w. Don't write w, x, y, z. I know you know the ABCD, but x, y, z were old and w is new, so w will be at the last. Okay? So new ratio. 24 is to 36 is to 15 is to 15. Now with what value can we cut? We can cut only by 3. Cut by 3. So now the new ratio will be 8, 12, 5, 5. 5 3s are 15, 5 3s are 15, 12 3s are 36, 8 3s are 24. So new ratio 8, 12, 5, 5. And as I said, relative old ratio is equals to sacrifice ratio is equals to 2:3. But not old ratio, relative, because one partner is excluded from it. So friends, case 7 is only having one sum. So we have completed case 7 also. Now for tomorrow, we will go for case 8 and plus 2 sums are extra which are not having any of the case we will do. Till that time, that's all for today. Thank you so much.